You think you're healing, but you're actually getting weaker. Sounds harsh, right? But be honest for a second. How many times have you said, "I'm just taking a break," when deep down, you were really just avoiding life? How many times have you called isolation peace, when it was actually loneliness wearing a calm mask? See, sometimes what we call healing isn't healing at all, it's hiding. And the scariest part? You don't even notice it happening. Let's talk about that. Because this quiet, disguised weakness, it's the reason so many people slowly lose their spark without realizing it. You tell yourself you're doing better. You've cut off people. You've stopped arguing. You've gone silent. You tell yourself, "I'm protecting my peace." But here's the truth, sometimes that peace is just emotional numbness. You're not calm because you found strength. You're calm because you've stopped caring. You're not healed because you faced your pain, you're just tired of fighting it. And while it feels like progress, it's actually slow surrender. Trap number 1, I'm protecting my peace. Sounds noble, right? But if protecting your peace means avoiding every challenge, every uncomfortable truth, every person who disagrees with you, that's not peace. That's paralysis. Growth needs friction. If you cut off everything that challenges you, you're not evolving, you're shrinking. Yes, boundaries matter. But boundaries are meant to protect your energy, not cage your potential. Sometimes, protecting your peace is just another way of saying, "I'm scared to try again." Healing doesn't mean hiding. It means learning to face the storm, differently this time. Trap number 2, I don't care anymore. You've been hurt. You've been disappointed. You're exhausted. So you tell yourself, "I don't care." But that's not strength, that's self-defense. You've built a wall so high that nothing can hurt you, but nothing can reach you either. Not love. Not joy. Not connection. You think you're healing because you don't cry anymore. But really, you've just learned how to feel less. And the less you feel, the weaker you become. Real strength isn't being unbothered. It's being able to care, deeply, without falling apart. It's being able to feel pain, learn from it, and still choose kindness. Trap number 3, time heals everything. We love this one, don't we? You go through something painful, and everyone says, "Just give it time." But time doesn't heal. It only passes. What heals is what you do with that time. You can sit for years telling yourself you're healing, but if you never face the truth, never forgive, never learn, you're just decorating your pain. You've built a beautiful cage and called it recovery. Healing takes effort. Reflection. Action. It's uncomfortable. It's humbling. But it's also freeing. So don't let time become an excuse for staying stuck. Trap number 4, at least I'm not angry anymore. You've gone from fire to ashes. You think because you're no longer angry, you've healed. But sometimes anger doesn't fade because you've moved on, it fades because you've given up. Anger is energy. And if you don't use it to rebuild, it turns into apathy. You stop fighting for yourself. You stop caring about your potential. And that's when you get weaker. Quietly. Slowly. You're not burning anymore, but you're not shining either. Real healing doesn't make you dull. It makes you alive again, clear, grounded, passionate. Real healing isn't quiet escape, it's loud, messy growth. It's the courage to look at what broke you and still choose to rebuild. It's not peace because everything's silent, it's peace because you've made peace with yourself. Let's be real for a second. Healing isn't just about feeling better. It's about getting stronger, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It's not always calm. Sometimes it's chaos. Sometimes it's tears at 3 a.m. Hard conversations. Facing memories you swore you'd buried. But that's where the strength comes from. Because you can't grow from what you refuse to face. Healing isn't the absence of pain. It's the transformation of pain into power. So ask yourself, are you truly healing, or just hiding? Are you building peace, or avoiding discomfort? Are you becoming stronger, or just getting better at pretending? Be honest. Because self-honesty, that's where real healing begins. If you're resting, rest with purpose. If you're setting boundaries, do it from strength, not fear. And if you're letting go, make sure it's not because you've given up, but because you've outgrown the pain. Here's the truth most people miss. Healing doesn't always feel good. Sometimes it hurts more before it gets better. But that pain, that's proof you're growing. So don't settle for numbness. Don't confuse stillness with progress. You're meant to rise, not retreat. If this hit you, if you felt that tug in your chest, that's awareness. That's the moment your real healing begins. Now tell me in the comments. Which part of this message spoke to you most? What trap do you think you've fallen into lately? Hit that like button if this made you think. Subscribe if you're ready to rebuild, from the inside out. Because you're not broken. You're not weak. You're just learning how to truly heal. And this time, it's for real.